really great example we saw up on the screen was core memory. You could see that Cougar, as much as you could see him wanting to go above and beyond, he's just trying to keep it chill. He took off the glasses. He's looking at his teammates, guiding them, even though he's already down.
Right. Now we do have a standout player from yesterday's matches, and it was none other than Della. So I believe we're going to be getting a bit of a close look into Della before we jump into today's matches. He's got the key. He's going to be receiving it, and I think he's going to do the same thing that Rasia did yesterday, which was basically putting his key up on the stage.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, this is something momentous, being in there, being representing not only your team but also your region, and just showing up that you're part of EWC 25.
Yeah, it must be a very tense moment, putting your key up, seeing Rasia's there as well, thinking, oh, can I outdo this man?
I think the best part of it all, oh, please, we need to see it. We need to see the hydraulic press come into play, because I think that's what all these players are looking for. They're just like, give us a chance, just one go.
I don't know if you want to look forward to it, because the question is your key going to survive or is yours going to be crushed, right? Because 6 keys are going to be crushed at the end of the day. So it's a really tense moment. You're kind of praying here that, you know, your key stays intact. Sure, you won't get it back yet, but there's a good chance that you're going to be the winner. You keep your key and you take home 3 other keys. Okay, I have a very big question. Maybe the answer is very obvious, maybe it is not. If you were given the chance to take 3 keys from any teams and they were crushed, whose keys would you want?
Oh, that's a good one. I think, tell you what. We got to get the top teams here. I would say that I would take BRU, I would take Fluxo, and I think I would also take Hotshot Esports as well. Gotta get that representation. Gotta get a little bit of everybody. Diversity.
Yeah. I mean, if it's any team, regardless of what placement, what standing there are, Falcons, they were the champion. We have Fluxo, sorry, because there's also the global champs. And I would say Burim United, because they have been intimidating from the start.
I will keep your answer, but I will change Fluxo for... let me see.
LOS.
No, I'm not trying to create like a... Yeah, hotshot. Yeah. I don't want to like improve the reviver. You know, I don't want to improve it. I need to be like neutral about it.
Gotta make sure that the knockdowns stay down. You know, no revives at this point.
I'm glad we have a balanced panel, right? We have peace and chaos at the opposite ends of the couch. Love you all so much. It looks like we do have an STC Club Championship update, in case you guys did not catch this yesterday. Now, of course, we do have the match schedules for all of the games here at EWC as well. So if there are any game titles that you are keen to actually keep an eye out for, here's the completed schedule and what weeks they're going to be played on. So mark your calendars, pick out the dates, and pick out your favorite games and get ready to cheer for your favorite teams and your favorite players. Now, at the moment, we are currently on the week 2 schedule. So we have League of Legends, Free Fire, Dota 2, and Mobile Legends happening at the exact same time. So if you also watch these other games aside Free Fire, then definitely check out the streams for those corresponding matches and games as well. And now we do have the prizing for our club championships. If you don't know what this is, there is a separate event happening in EWC. Of course, your teams and players competing are going to be aiming for a prize pool, but we have the club championship where the clubs, the teams that own the players, are competing in a separate tournament where if you place high in multiple games and accrue enough points, you're going to be the club champion at EWC 25. So make sure you cheer for your teams as well as your favorite players, because there is so much on the line here at EWC 25.
There is, and I think that now that as the weeks are going to continue to go by, at least for some of these teams, now that we know the schedule, I think they're coming to their top 4s and top 2s already, which is why the points are continuously updating.
I mean, you have to keep it updated. And especially with the fact that there is a extra condition where you have to have a top 8 placement in 2 game titles. So it can't just be you win one game, you win Free Fire, and then you can win the whole club championship. So there's a lot on the line here. We also have your honor on the line here, my panelists, because we have the Aramco Power Rankings ready to go. So let's see who you have chosen as our top dogs for today's matches. And we're seeing a lot of Buriram, I'm seeing a lot of loss, and we do have some variety. So starting with Raja, explain your picks to me today.
Well, I think Pain Gaming will probably be aggressive today, and they don't have like I mean, they don't have landing spots, so they need to contest this from other teams. So probably they will be more aggressive, and they will do this type of play style today. So that's the reason why I put Pain Gaming and Buriram. I think everyone knows why I put it here. And Los, because of the same thing as Pain Gaming. I think they will be aggressive, and they are so good, so it's impossible not put Los here.
I guess it is impossible not put Lost because all of us put Lost in there. And, well, I guess there's a lot more that will be offered, not only by those on the power rankings.
I feel that as much as we all put like very stable, why didn't anybody put Falcons? They came
That's
up.
what I was gonna say. I was like, there's only one Falcon up there. What's going on?
I don't know what we're thinking of here.
I think I'm done about Falcons. I don't want to keep like seeing the names like and appear like Falcons drop it like a player. I'm done about it. I want to see like other teams.
Raja,
You know?
I have to say, when you leave the venue, be careful. You might get swooped. I'm just saying, you
No,
might get swooped by a couple of Falcons.
But I mean, they are like top 1, right? So I think that's not a problem.
Are they going to stay at the top? That's what we want to know.
Exactly.
But I think they are like safe.
Okay. Well, I mean, we've spoken quite a lot about Falcons, but it looks like we do have a extra segment for you guys. We're going to be taking a look at the character building of Lost. Let's check it out.
Então é nosso estilo mais sair para trocar tiro. Quem a gente vê, a gente vai matar na frente, porque a gente é muito confiante e sabe que vai ganhar. O rival vou colocar como o Flux, né? Que eles são os campeões mundiais atualmente. Bom, a gente já ganhou de vocês esse ano e agora nós vamos para ganhar de novo aí. Toma cuidado. Nosso campeonato regional lá no Brasil é muito complicado, são muitos times bons, tanto que cada ano acaba mudando os times que vão para o Mundial e tal, porque a região é muito forte, então é muito complicado jogar lá e jogar contra o Flux também, que é o melhor time do mundo atualmente, mas dessa vez a gente conseguiu sair campeão.
Tudo bem, ó, pra cima, como tem que ser, a direção é uma só, vambora, já chamou na distância também, Los!
A maior motivação é saber que o título que me falta é o Mundial, sabe? Porque a gente já ganhou bastante, ganhou de tudo já. Campeonato Brasileiro, Continental, a única coisa que tá faltando mesmo é o Mundial. Então a gente vem bastante motivado para ganhar esse ano, se Deus quiser. Então, para se provar, a gente tem que ser campeão aqui e vai ser dessa vez.
There's a reason why Lost is being highlighted, and it is because not only are they champions looking down upon their own region, but also potential champions here at EWC 25. And just seeing their first play day yesterday for day 2, they looked so good, so on point. The chemistry was there. And I think the question we now have is, are they really world champion material? I think they're really close. Raja, I'm pretty sure you're more familiar with Lost than the rest of us on the panel. What is it that Lost does that makes them such a high quality team?
Well, I saw an interview and I also wrote it down here. I will say like the general words. Well, he'd say that they are really confident with the players' individual skills because they already have like one of the top 3 rushes, rushes from Brazil. But when they need, they know how to play it safe. So I mean, they can adapt in every type of play style. So they can even beat Asian teams. And they are not even used to it because, well, they do not play that much against Asian teams, but they also can do it. So I think they are really capable of, getting the trophy.
Speaking of some of these teams now, I mean, if they're coming in looking confident, that's when I get worried. Adjustments are going to be made, but more importantly, being stubborn also has its perks, right? It means that other teams must adjust around you rather than, hey, we got to figure things out.
Yeah, back to loss. I mean, from last year, 3 of the players are returnees in EWC. So I guess this is redemption for them. They were almost in there. They were almost in there. If it wasn't for Team Falcons, they could have grabbed that championship. So this is probably one reason why they studied Southeast Asian and the other teams as well, and they're doing so well.
Yeah. Now, hopefully, if we can, we would love to see the total rankings one more time before the match begins, because I think everyone wants to know where is everyone currently standing on that leaderboard. Because Neptune, on the way to the venue, we had a really interesting discussion, right? The odds of teams making it to top 12. Now, run us through the numbers. Who do you think is most likely to make it through, and who may just make the cut?
Yeah, I mean, just running through basic calculations first, if we look at the teams from ANC, double their scores, and it's only Virtus Pro who might be able to go and take over against Alpha 34, who's currently the bottom of Group B. But there's still also some risk for Hotshots right now, because once I did some simulation, Hotshots was just ending in there on the top 12, and it's a potential that he can be thrown out. They can be thrown out of that top 12 spot. But for the rest of the teams, 3 simulations has been done. The result always the same unless they really pump it up for this day.
Yeah, so it seems very top-heavy for teams in Group B. Well, we're going to have to see what happens there. But one thing we do know is that we have an interview lined up with Buriram. So let's see what Buriram have to say before they kick off their first match today.
Hi everyone, it's Kyungso and welcome to our interview with Buriram United Esports from Thailand. Hello everyone. So yesterday you guys already have for yourself a first booyah, but after that everything seems to be very slow down. It's feel like flick off. What happened?
ก็เมื่อวานนะครับเราได้บูย่าไปแล้ว1 รอบแต่ว่าหลังจากนั้นเนี่ยรู้สึกว่าแบบทุกอย่างคือแบบดูช้าลงไปหมดเลยดูเหมือนเป็นขาลงหน่อยๆไม่ทราบว่าเกิดอะไรขึ้นบ้างครับ
ก็ ผิดพลาดตอนแบบว่ามูฟนิดหน่อยครับผมมูฟเข้าวงอย่างเงี้ยครับผิดพลาดกันเล็กๆน้อยๆก็ไปปรับปรุงก็แก้ไขมาครับวันนี้ก็ทำไม่ดีครับ
So I think it's kind of like butterfly effect because after we got the first booyah we have made such a small mistake over and over again. For example, like we are moving into the last circle like a bit too slow, so everything went down from that point.
Alright, I understand. So yesterday it's just a little small mistake, but I think today Buriram will come back stronger. So what is your goal today and what are you expecting the most for today's match?
ก็วันนี้คิดว่าจะเป็นยังไงบ้างครับแล้วก็เราเตรียมพร้อมยังไงมาบ้างครับ
ก็สำหรับเตรียมพร้อมก็เราก็ได้มีการซ้อมข้อที่ผิดพลาดอย่างหนักครับแล้วก็วันนี้เราก็น่าจะทำเต็มที่น่าจะผลงานน่าจะออกมาดีครับ
So we will try our best in today's matches. So after yesterday match, we went back and keep looking into one by one of our small mistakes that happened during the games, and hopefully we already fixed all of them. And let's see what's gonna happen in today's games.
I think today's Buriram is gonna be okay, like usual. They are the king of Booyah, so they're gonna make it into the power stage and of course the grand finals. All right. Okay, so how do we say fighting in Thai?
สู้ๆ
Okay ค่ะสู้ๆนะบุรีรัมย์
So to Buriram fans out there who might be a little concerned after their performance yesterday, They're not moved, they're not shaken, but they do understand what happened yesterday. So it was quite surprising, according to them. They made a couple of mistakes, and that was really why they fell out of the grouping. I think originally we kind of thought it was just a grouping incompatibility. They just couldn't play their game.
I don't know about the mistakes, but it seems like they don't want to take the lead in the knockout stage. They don't want to show all their cards yet because they're preparing it for Point Rush as well as Grand Finals.
Yeah, and I think for the most part of it, even though it's small mistakes, it's only, still a 60 amount of points is still pretty good. It still puts them in contention and definitely for a position for top 12.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for sharing your knowledge on these teams. It looks like we are basically ready to go here for match number 1 between groups A and C. Teams in Group B, they can only look on and watch and hope that they've earned enough in their previous matches. But I think we're ready to fly on over to the main stage. Survivors, let's head on over to game number 1.
Gue cukup seneng banget ada di Arab sini karena ini impian gue sebelum-sebelumnya bareng tim gue juga. Season lalu kita cuma jadi penonton dan sekarang kita akhirnya bisa jadi pemain di sini.
รู้สึกดีครับตื่นเต้นก็เป็นความฝันด้วยที่มาแข่งรายการใหญ่ๆครับ
Tipo, nunca ter desistido, que eu jogo faz muito tempo já, e ter continuado tentando, mesmo fracassando, seguindo em frente, erguendo a cabeça, valeu a pena ter chegado aqui.
Latihan mungkin ya, latihannya lebih keras lah ditambah, terus kayak saling percaya satu sama lain, saling nguatin lah satu sama lain. Yangมีครับยังไม่ได้ใช้แผนหมดครับ Tentang semua tim di sini ya pastinya jago-jago lah ya. Ibaratkan kayak ya ini udah masuk World Champion, pasti semua di sini yang terbaik lah.
No Brasil já são times fortes lá, mas aqui é um nível completamente diferente. Cada erro, por mínimo que seja, custa muito caro aqui.
รู้สึกว่าปลดล็อกอะไรหลายๆอย่างครับปลดล็อกหลายอย่างเลยสไตล์การเล่นเราด้วยวิธีไฟท์ทีม
A cada queda tentando jogar como se fosse a última e tentando o melhor resultado.
ที่เราได้บูย่ามาแล้วเจอกันต่อรอบชิงครับ
ก็ปล่อยผมเข้ารอบชิงครับเชื่อมั่นในตัวผมครับเดี๋ยวผมพาชูถ้วยครับ
Sampai bertemu di final nanti.
พวกเราจะเอาแชมป์กลับประเทศไทย
Welcome! It's time to get day 3 of knockout stage is started. Group B wrapped it up yesterday, and what a show it was! Asian teams are leading strong, but Brazil, Latin, and MENA are fighting really hard too. Today, it all ends, my friends. 12 teams will rise and move on to Point Rush on the road to the Grand Finals. Stay with us, feel every second. This is where Free Fire history is made. And now, let's meet the teams who will take the stage today and fight to leave their mark on the Esports World Cup.